guys! So today we are in a bit of a different setting, as you can probably tell. So this video is a response to many responses to an original video made by Lucy here on YouTube, and her original video was entitled "Why is YouTube so white?" and this created an interesting discussion on representation on YouTube and diversity. Super late. I had been wanting to make a response video as soon as I saw the video, but then I got busy with everything, and I had a few things that I wanted to say and I want them to be clear, and I hope I don't offend anyone. Please feel free to educate me or call me out on anything that I could say that could be ignorant or that you think could be wrong. So first of all, I am not going to deny the fact that there's a big issue when it comes to diversity representation of any sort on YouTube. I think the video was mainly focused on racial diversity and people of color struggles on YouTube, or for the matter anywhere in the media, to find accurate representation. But for me, even though I don't want to diminish in any way this particular point of this issue, I think there's a general problem of diversity, no matter what kind of diversity you want to think of. I think that's something that's starting to get slightly better, especially when it comes to sexual orientation, sexual identities, or gender here on YouTube. It might be biased because I have a very particular subscription box, but I'll come to that later. So as much as I don't want to deny the fact that there's an issue on YouTube, and not only on YouTube, I still feel like it's quite in a certain way unfair to say that YouTube is white, because to me it really depends on which YouTube you're watching. I think there is a multitude of YouTubes. First of all, there is the YouTube industry, the industrial, entertaining, very mainstream YouTube, and yes, this YouTube is very white and very dominated by male. But if you look at the YouTube that is not so mainstream, that is not so popular, you find a lot of diversity. I also think this has to do with languages. I do know very well that in English-speaking countries there is a huge population of people of different colors, different ethnicities as well. But the thing is, I don't think we can just ignore the fact that we tend to watch people who speak in English, which already kind of amputates the whole YouTube by a lot. So yes, if I'm pretty honest, my YouTube is very diverse when it comes to race, when it comes to gender, sexuality, ethnicities, cultures. I do not think I have a majority of white YouTubers I'm subscribed to, which is quite surprising, because yes, when I watched all of the videos I was like, yeah, YouTube is white, and I went to my subscription box and I realized that my YouTube wasn't really white. Doesn't mean I'm a better person or I'm a better YouTuber at all. I think it's just really the consequence of the kind of video I am watching. But I don't want to make it sound like I'm saying that diversity is accomplished and completely perfect, even in the not so mainstream YouTube. But to me, I think the issue is not so much that there's no diversity on YouTube, because I think there is diversity. Yes, as I said, it's not perfect and it should really expand. But yeah, I don't think the issue is a lack of diversity. I think that the issue is that diversity is not the successful YouTube. Diversity is not the big YouTube, and that's what's really problematic in my opinion. And that, I think, is all linked to media, because the big YouTube to me is not really YouTube in a way. I don't know how to say that without sounding a bit like of a douche, but I remember the old days of YouTube and it was completely different. And for me, the big YouTubers now and the big YouTube really is just an extension of regular media like TV and magazines. And yes, on TV and in magazines you don't see diversity, because that's controlled by this society standards of beauty and of happiness and success. And if you look at the big YouTubers, you will see that very few of them embody diversity on any level. It's a shame, and I'm not blaming them for doing so. I don't think anyone should feel like they have the duty to embody any kind of diversity, because we're all people, and you're not better because you have a different orientation or a different ethnicity. I'm just saying that the people who should be held responsible for that are society, yes, but also partly us, because we decide who we make successful in a way, and we decide to give our time and our voice and our views to certain people. Some people are not aware that maybe they should try to use their audience and their success in order to promote people who may not have, with equal quality of content, the same possibility to appeal to many people, based on the fact that society doesn't portray them as desirable or good looking or cool enough. Another part of the issue, I think, is how mostly white people see representation. And once again, I think this fluctuates depending on the country as well. Yeah, no matter the country you come from, though, there is, I want to say, consensus on the fact that representation should be good and attained and achieved, as long as you throw in some, like, one or two black person and one or two Asian person, maybe one Indian person, and that's all. When we say people of color, usually we always think of black people and that's it. And even when we think of black people, we think as if black was the representation for many different ethnicities. I mean, there's not only one black as much as there is not only one white. I see that every day when I see people in France, for example, thinking when they see an Asian person, that's a Chinese person. It seems like there's only China in Asia, and people are so obnoxious about it and are so stupid in a way, and they really don't see any difference between, for example, Japanese, Korean, Thai, or Chinese people, when they all look very different. But yeah, there isn't just one ethnicity that comes with whatever skin color you want to insert here. And lastly, I think one of the main issue is also the almost complete lack of interest of the Western world for anything that is not white, American, English, and then kind of Western or Caucasian or Occidental. We see that every day. How many of you or how many of us actually listen to music, watch movies, read books that are not from the Western world? How many of us are familiar with languages, cultures, traditions that are not from the States or Europe or Australia? Not many of us. And we export basically our whiteness with a lot of violence, sometimes subtle, sometimes explicit, sometimes implicit. We export it and we force people to desire it, yet we completely ignore and have no interest whatsoever for anything that is not white. It has to be something we are all aware of, because when representation basically puts white and young and male, preferably, and straight and wealthy and thin as this ideal thing we should aim at, those people come in the world with so much already won, that they have not worked for at all, but they have this confidence, and it's not a struggle for them to tell their own stories, to take a camera and put their videos on YouTube, because they are acclaimed everywhere. Yet when you don't fit into these criteria, the whole action and idea of YouTube is a lot more complex, because you're used to not being listened to. So I think also one of the reasons why there are so many white people on YouTube is because we are born in this world being told that our stories are important, and that's true. But the thing is, other people should also be told that they are important, their stories are important, they are valuable, and they're interesting. We are in a privileged position, and I think we should make some efforts in order to share the light that comes on us naturally. So I will try to link some inspiring and nice people that I watch somewhere here. I hope you enjoy watching this video, guys. I hope I did not offend anyone, and I hope I did not say anything stupid. Please forgive me if so. So thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye!